the instinct to modern yoga as a formal yoga. Modern yoga as formal yoga. Now, we don't understand the meaning of the term modern yoga. Am I I'm sure that there are several scholars who have commented on the you know the yoga sutras or the Bhashyas, etc. Because in Indian philosophical lineage, we have
Is he audible? Yes, I'll be audible. Audible, but
some commentary.
Yes, if it is also.
How the
I can't
commentary
hear anything. Thank you. Somebody told me yes, I'm audible.
So I'm not aware of
I think it was turned on.
commentators
You're just not speaking, but I can't hear anything. Listen me.
Yoga Bhashya.
Hello?
I mean, even if there is a
Hello? I will turn on your video mode.
new aspects of the Christian
Hello?
the commentary is
Hello, Parvati, you here?
to come up with new perspective or with new
Good afternoon, one and all. Today is the 6th day of the workshop organized by Diet, located at Debra, on psychological issues on education during the times of COVID-19. I am handing over the mic to Dr. Shamasri Shur, Head of the Department of Education, Siddhinath Mahavidyalaya, as well as the organizing committee member of this workshop. So over to you, Shamasri.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, one and all. This is the 6th day of workshop, 7-day national level workshop on psychological issues of students during COVID-19 and their counseling. Today, we got a very resourceful person among us. First of all, I want to say you something that the schedule has slightly changed, that the persons had been altered. This person scheduled was on the last day, that is 6th July. He will be taking class today, and the person who was scheduled today, she will be taking class tomorrow. So please bear with me, bear with us. So today, I like to invite Dr. Porimal Bishwas. Presently, he is the Assistant Professor of School of Education, Netaji Subhash Open University, Kalyani, Nodia, West Bengal, India. He was the former Assistant Professor of Education in Rani Birla Girls College under Calcutta University, Kolkata. He has more than 15 years teaching experience in different institutions. He has been the invited academic counselor of master degree programs in education in Rabindra Bharati University and University of Kalyani under open and distance learning mode, that is ODL mode. Dr. Sarkar obtained MA in Sociology, B.Ed, MA in Education, and PhD from University of Kalyani, MPhil from Netaji Subhash Open University, and qualified UGC NET in Education. His major areas of teaching are sociology, educational sociology, Dalit and tribal education, educational technology, and population and environmental education. He has authored one book, published more than 20 research papers in leading journals, edited books, seminar proceedings, and developed self-learning materials, SLM, of different courses under ODL mode. He has presented papers in 25 national and international seminars, symposiums, and conferences. He has attended 18 workshops and training programs. He has also the experience of being the invited speaker and resource person in different occasions at various educational institutions. He has delivered series of audiovisual lectures and participated in various audiovisual interactive sessions for B.Ed Special Education and PG educational program under ODL mode. He has worked as field supervisor in a Government of India sponsored pilot project and completed one UGC DEP sponsored minor research project. So, friends and colleagues and the dear participants, you can understand that we have got such a resourceful person among us who is agreed to spend some valuable time from his busy schedule. So now I'd like to invite Dr. Porimal Sarkar to deliver his speech for today. Please, over to Dr. Sarkar.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shamasri Shur. And I'm not like such a learned person as Shamasri introduced me in front of audience. Respected Principal Sir, Muhammad Ali, Debra Education, Institute of Education and Technology, and Dr. Parthita Bishwas, Associate Professor, Barashat Adamos University, and dear participants, we are in the 5th day of the workshop, and already we have past 5 days.
Sir, 6
Six,
day, 6 day.
okay, sorry, 6 day, and we have learned a lot, and we are too much knowledgeable in this area, but I don't know how much I can represent myself in front of you, and how can give you the wonderful lecture. I don't know, but I will try my best. And so can I start?
Yes, sir, please start.
Okay. Just imagine the days we are passing. Just you can imagine the children and school children and the university student. Just we are end of the June and beginning of July, and in another time, children would have returned to school now after their summer break. But this year, both school and childhood are in suspension, and there are online classes, but no mischief and games, nor assemblies and events. Experts are worried about the effect of this curtailed life on children. And so far, I am going to speak on this area, the role of parents, the challenges are facing by our students in their mental health, and how can you cope up, and how the children can mitigate, the parents can mitigate the problems. This is the area. First of all, just you try to understand the situation, the coronavirus pandemic, and the answers, precedented new measures to control its spread are disrupting nearly every aspect of children's lives, their health, development, learning, behavior, their families, economic security, and their protection from violence and abuse. This is the situation actually. Today, 99% of the world's children are living under some form of pandemic-related limitation on movements. 60% live in countries under full of partial lockdown, and 1.5 billion children are out of school. This is the situation, and slide. Just try to see the scenario. Actually, what was the beginning of the pandemic situation and what is the present situation? I have tried to give some pictures from WhatsApp group. All these pictures, you are well known with all these pictures, and all famous pictures. At the beginning, problem. At the beginning of the pandemic, we were very much light and fun and humor. Everything we have observed about the coronavirus, and after few months, that time the coronavirus at first noticed at China. It's China's problem. That was our understanding, and later on it was noticed in Kerala, and that time it was the problem of Kerala, and then it was came into existence in Delhi and Bombay, and later on the Kolkata. And actually, this is the basic nature of human being. Any kind of problem, until or unless it knock in my door, we will not be concerned, and this is not our problem actually, and we cannot treat it as our own problem. We treat it as the problem of others, and when these problems come to our neighborhood, then we become concerned about the problem. So this pandemic problem is same kind of problem. After a few months, that was the concern, and now it is the tension, because our neighborhood people, they are going to affected. So what can I do if we infect anywhere, anytime by anybody? So relaxation is given only by the government, and concern has not given relaxation. Be careful and be safe. India has the habit of losing its final. All I have collected from WhatsApp. This kind of messages are going here and there. I will strictly not send my kids to school or college till this COVID end. Who agree? Keep sharing so that this voice reaches higher authorities. This is the prayer of the parents. They are not ready to send their children in school because they are too much worried. My children can be infected. This is our concern now. And actually, the problem of pollution also, the same scenario we know, and pollution we cannot understand about the direct effect, and when it creates problem to me, then we become concerned. And in the last picture you will see the astrologer, and the person is waiting to hit a astrologer because he has given a wrong prediction. Okay, this is the actually scenario. And so I have raised a few questions. These questions are for all children, and actually it is. I would like to say this presentation will cover from nursery to university students. So I will give various scenario so that it can cover the area from nursery to university student. The first question is: are you in the same routine as before lockdown? Do you think that you may be infected by coronavirus anywhere, anytime, by anyone? Do you think your parents' unprecedented demise due to coronavirus can push you in uncertainty and lots of difficulty in your life? Do you think you may be isolated from your friend circle due to the long period of lockdown? Do you think that your family may face economic crisis due to no earning from a long duration? Do you think dream of your life may be shattered due to uncertainty of your study and future course of action? Are you feeling bored or lonely, staying at home at the rate 24/7? Do you think your family is not fulfilling your demand? Are you not getting your favorite dishes? All these are the questions coming in our mind. Those who are in the, it may be in school children or university student, isn't it? Just if actually I would like to make this presentation interactive, so I'm requesting you, please write on your chat box yes, not, and so that I will able to understand that you can understand my lecture. Okay. Then I have given few questions for the parents' mental health. Are you apprehensive that your child may be infected by coronavirus anytime, anywhere, by anyone? Do you think your child's study has been affected badly due to COVID-19 lockdown? Do you think your child's too much activities on the cell phone may harm their study and health? Do you think your child is not behaving normally? Do you think your child is not eating as their needs? Do you think economic crisis due to the lockdown may lead your families as well as your daughter, son's future at stake? Do you think the academic activities of your daughter, son during lockdown is less satisfactory than your neighborhood or your friends? All these are the questions have been given for our parents. Parents are thinking such kind of thing. And all these questions after end of the presentation, I will ask if really you are thinking or not on these questions. Now I would like to begin with the present situation. COVID-19 has sparked kids playing havoc with their minds. We are everybody well known with the fact that children are not children are affected less because of their breathing system. It is a good news for us, but children are very much affected in their mental and their psychological health. Studies have shown that the psychological toll of COVID-19 lockdown on children is enormous rather than infection, sick or symptoms owing to coronavirus. As per New York Times in Spain, where the lockdown was so strict that children were not allowed to step out for 6 whole weeks. 90% of parents have observed emotional, behavioral, including difficulty concentrating, irritability, and anxiety among their children. In Italy, where children were allowed to take short walks near home, the problem is less severe. Psychology Today reported similar findings from China, where the first lockdowns were imposed. There, 220 million children were at risk of facing mental issues due to prolonged school closure and home containment. Survey also found that children who were quarantined were 4 times more trouble than children who kept their routines. American Psychological Association pointed out on classical sign of trauma as defines that an emotional response to a terrible event which can lead to an unpredictable emotion, flashback, strained relationship, and even physical symptoms like headaches or nausea. I would like to emphasize on the classical sign of trauma. What is classical sign of trauma? After 3-month lockdown and passing the 3-month unprecedented times, now we are seeing the reverse situation. Children, they are very much worried and they are very much feared of to be infected. So the parents are trying to let them out, but they are not ready. They are too much worried. If they go out, they may be infected. This is the problem actually. This is called classical sign of trauma. A senior child protection advisor tells that NOIT that people who are outside regularly have lower activity in the part of their brain that focuses on repetitive negative emotions. A Psychology Today article says daily routines also help in regulating stress, but once the lockdowns started, children were no longer able to go to the school and play with their neighborhood friends. Another article in Lancet Child and Adolescent Health discusses that adolescents crave the influences and approval of their peer, but for the past 3 months, they have gone through it. This is worrying scenario indeed because 75% of mental health problems begin at adolescence. I have given the scenario of world scenario and sharing. I have given the scenario world on the basis of world scenario, and now I am going to discuss about the problem faced by our children. Just 1 minute. Sharing
ये कर दो स्टॉप शेयरिंग करो
ना One minute, just 1 minute. Exit. Just I would like to request the participants, please write in your chat box so that I can understand I'm going in the right way. Okay. Just I would like to tell the present situation of the college and university student. What is going on actually? Actually, focus is very important because without, if you do not have the focus, you will not able to go in the right way. So focus is very important. But we are observing that due to coronavirus and due to another problem, the adolescents, their lack of focus. So what is the result of lack of focus? Mismatch their thought process. Actually, thought process is very important because thought process guide you and to do something, and in which area you will try to achieve that determine on the basis of your thought process. And if you will remain fine, if you will remain happy, everything depends on your thought process. And we see that if you have a lack of focus, then your thought process will be mismatched and your action will be weak. So you will achieve low, and what may happen? Unfulfill your expectations. Suppose you are expecting more, but you are not giving the you are not giving the trace on your achievement. So what will may happen? You will not achieve as per your expectations, and in that situation, your mind and your expectation will be shattered, and you will be derailed, and you will be strained, and after that you will feel stress. That is the present scenario of our students. What are you observing in this picture? Try to write. Same world and different view. Actually, problem begins from here, because every man are alike in this world. Even a twin are different by their capacity, capability, and personality trait. The problem begins from here, because when we try to influence others on their thinking, dream, wishes, morality, ethics, ideology, and way of life, and problem begins from here, because every man's are alike, so their thinking pattern is also different. A parents always try to influence their thinking on their children, and they try to maximize their achievement through their children. So children are not ready to accept the advice of their parents, because they are not like such that actually their parents want actually. So their dream is different. Just try to go back to your childhood and try to imagine the childhood day. What was your dream? Is it different from the present one? Differently, dream is changing. And when we were a child, and our in the period of our childhood, that time we have another dream. But in the adulthood, in the present situation, our dream is different. But don't compare your child with the other child. They may be better in another trait, but your child have another capacity and intelligence, another creativity, and try to know in which area they are very much good, and try to enhance their ability. Okay, don't try to compare your child. And most of the time we do such kind of mistakes with our children, so that they are not ready to accept our advice, and they take it as a disturbance, and they feel bored with the dream we see, and we like to influence our children. Therefore, we would like to compare it with the fingers. We know that every finger, all fingers are not equal. If you think why fingers are not equal, and easily you will get the answer for smooth functioning. If all fingers are equal, they will not perform in a smooth way. So don't compare yourself, and don't try to accuse yourself. Don't blame your parents for your misery and undesirable situation of your life. And I am also telling the students, and they sometimes they blame their parents for their present misery and present situation. And just be grateful, and you should have gratitude and thanks for your parents, because they have given you a wonderful life, beautiful life. You are here because of your parents, so don't blame them. Okay, you can create your own destiny, you can change your world, you can achieve, you can be an achiever, you can make difference. You will be heard about the story of Arunima Sinha. This is very inspiring story. In April 2001, Arunima Sinha, national level volleyball player, was thrown out of a running train by robbers who were after her gold chain. Her left leg, crushed by the passing train, had to be amputated. But that time, Arunima thought that this did not stop her from dreaming the impossible. Actually, I am getting sound, and it's disturbing. Shamshree madam,
আমার ঠিক আমার সত্যিকার সাথে কি আমার এ ব্যাপার এত পোষায়
Shamshree madam,
এত দামি
hello,
কি এমন হচ্ছে?
hello. পিকচারটা কেটে দে। হ্যালো শ্যামাশ্রী ম্যাডাম। Anyway, we will be heard about the Arunima
Hello?
Sinha. He was the volleyball player.
Just a minute, Porimal sir. Are you
Actually,
all the participants to be on mute? I am telling you and repeatedly telling you it is becoming very difficult for the speakers who are speaking so effortlessly and who are speaking sincerely. Their motivation breaks if you are speaking continuously. So please keep your mics on mute.
thank you, madam. Thank you.
Please continue.
Actually, I told this story to inspire our child. Being a MPUT, he has created a history. In 2013, she summited Mount Everest. Can you imagine MPUT girl has summited Mount Everest, and she is still trying to summit another peak in the world. So we can understand anything is possible if you have a motivation, if you have a self power, if you have a willpower, then everything can be managed. You will see the Maslow hierarchy of needs, and those who are coming from education background and psychology background, they are well known with this Maslow hierarchy of needs. Actually, this hierarchy of needs is very important for everyone's life, because there is always mismatch between the aspiration and need and achievement. Okay, so as a healthy person, as a person of mentally strong, that you should have a strong need, and you should have a need on the basis of your capacity and capability. And actually we observe that people have need, and they cannot fulfill their need because of their lacking in their capacity and capability, and they blame others for not fulfilling their needs. So this is very important, because need is directly connected with the stress, anxiety, depression and frustration. You should aware of your need and ability. You should have balance between need and drive. Too much need and achievement is not good in the same way. If you do not have the need, you will not be inspired to do something. You should have a need, but that need should be on the basis of your capacity. So you can remember the agony and pain of the migrant workers, and already we have seen the scenario in the countrywide. They were returning to their home, and what was the situation actually of their family and child? Can you imagine? Can you believe that can be happened with their life? And you can easily trace their needs. What was the need of the migrant worker? Their need was to return their home and to collect their bread and butter. And just as a able person, just as an established person, just compare your need with the need of the migrant worker, just so that you can easily resemble your tension and anxiety if you compare your needs with the migrant worker. Just I would like to see about the stress. What is stress? What is stress management? If you see on the roadside, and basically in Kolkata, you will see the lot of advertisement. They are calling you. They come to end your stress. We are for you to finish your stress. We can give you the service so that you can stress free. Lot of things you will see. Actually, I would like to know what is stress. You can manage your property, finance, friends, but stress, where is it? You can see your stress. Is it belong to your body? Is it belong to your thinking? Where is it? Where is it? Can you touch your stress? I would like to know. Stress is nothing but a mismatch, but a misunderstanding or understanding between you and your mind. When your mind and you are not in the same track, then you will feel stress. Your mind is going on in in a different way, and you are going in a different way. So what will happen? Stress will come. And in that situation, if you would like to stress, you will see it everywhere. If you would like to stress, you will get stress after marriage, before marriage, after getting your job, and before getting your job. You will be stressed in everywhere. If you would like to get the stress, and if you determine yourself, if you have decided there is no stress, problem is the part of life. So any problem are welcome, but I am ready and I am strong enough to solve my problem. This is your own understanding. This is your own thinking. And if you have a bold understanding, bold balance between you and your mind, stress never will touch you. And try to think how to manage stress. Actually, there is not, actually, just you need to know how to handle it. This is very important. Your car, your bike, your aquaguard, all need to maintenance and servicing. What about your mind? Can you think? Is mind is also need a maintenance and servicing? Never we think. And suddenly we feel stress. You have to think about your mind. Actually, your mind also need a rest. Your mind also need a particular thing that it needs. Actually, we are not very much concerned about our mind, and always we try to focus to achieve our to fulfill our inspiration and to achieve something, and we would like to be big, to collect wealth, to be rich, lot of things, but we are not very much concerned about our mind. Sometimes mind will distract with us, and mind will give pain, and this is called stress. So you have good thinking for your mind, and you have a balance with your mind and body and you. In the morning, actually, we are very much habituated, and we are very much accustomed to get stress. In each and every morning, stress will come and knock your door. Yes, I am here, I am stressed. You will read the newspaper, you will get a lot of negative news, you will be worried, you will be too much stressed, what is going on in the country, and it should not be, and what should be the role of government. Lot of things will come in your brain. So you are getting stressed intentionally. If you do not have the plan for not getting stress, and most of the time you are driven by your ego. And what is ego? So it is not you. Ego is different thing. It is your ego who resists you from the beauty of your thought and knowledge. Ego always resists you to do good things, and ego always make a wall between you and ego. And this is not good. So you must know yourself, so that you can fight with your ego, and you should have a logical mind. You should have an understanding, so that you can fight with the ego. Otherwise ego will win, you will be loser, and ego will try to destroy your life, your thinking, and you will be vanished. So you should have an understanding about the ego. So mental stress is what kind of thing? I have given few things, that is feeling low, nervous, anxiety, excessive anger, depression, lot of things. This is not stress, but this is distress. What is the difference between stress and distress? Distress is the advanced part of stress, and distress, or if you are distressed, this is not good. Distress or negative stress is occur when your level of stress is either too high or too low, and your body or mind begin to respond negatively to the stressors. When you will be distressed, you will be out of control. No one will control you and no one able to control you. Sorry. Just 1 minute. Hello, hello. Just 1 minute. I'm actually feeling technical problem, network problem.
Yeah, Porimal sir, you can switch off the screen share and again do the screen share. I think this is a Zoom technical problem.
Oh,
You can stop
now
the.
I am getting. Now I am getting.
Yes.
Okay. And try to focus on this area. This is very important for as a parents and as a students, and this is the problem of 21st century, and this problem always penetrate our mind and we become worried and we become stressed and even we become distressed if until or unless you cannot address this problem. So as a parents, you should be very much aware and you should be very much conscious about this problem. What is the problem? That is academic issues. And nowadays, most of the families are nuclear families and they have single child and they are very much serious about the future of their child. They would like to see their child as a doctor, as an engineer. This is fact. And no one try to understand the minds of the little one. What actually they want to do, what actually they want to be. They are not concerned about their desire actually. And even they do not talk with their child. Just parents would like to see to fulfill their dream, their own dream through their child. So we have seen the Three Idiots as a very fantastic and wonderful movie by Amir Khan, and the problem has been sketched over this movie. And Tare Zameen Par, all these are the good movies we have seen. Actually, the problem is even in this lockdown period, the, parents are very much cautious and very much aware, and they would like to maximize this time, and they are always speaking with their child in a very rude manner. They are requesting all their children and students, try to maximize the time, try to maximize utilize this time, because you are free. Never you will get such kind of time. You will not get such kind of leisure in your life. So concentrate on the academic issues and complete your assignment. You have to get a good score and lot of things, because my parents, my friends and my neighborhood children are doing well and you are not doing well, and they are very much serious about their studies. They are not going to out and they are maximize, they utilize their time with the achievement. Lot of things. What can you do actually? Try to understand the mind, the mind of our little one. Try to understand the mind of our children. What actually they want. Is they ready to do any thing you would like to do? No, their mind is not in a. Their mind is not in a balance, in a tuned. They are not ready to do academic work as you want. So they are distressed. If you give them pressure, the another thing may happen with them. They may be distressed. They may be stressed. Lot of negative thing can be happened if you are not aware about the problem of your child. And we must be aware about this problem. Key problem. What kind of physical symptoms we see? Stomachs, headaches, loss of appetite, so many things. I am not speaking on it. This is the emotional implications. Actually, if you observe minutely, you can see inappropriate outburst or irritable, exaggerated personality traits, expansion of fear or hopelessness, This is very important indicators for to be a healthy person, because the emotional intelligence is as much as possible as the other intelligence. Emotional EQ is very important than IQ. Is emotional state of mind is important as social intelligence. This is very important. So we must consider our self to think on the emotional issues. And recognizing signs of distress, this is emergencies. This is the extreme part of the stress mind. What can be happened? Suicidal gestures, intentions, or attempts. You are observing through newspaper and electronic media, there are a lot of suicides. The world become the suicide zone actually. So you must think, and in this pandemic situation, it has been increased much. And the never we have experienced this kind of suicide. In each and every day you will see the suicide, and most of the cases for the adolescents, and even the school going children, they are committing suicide. So you have to think, at least you should understand the mind of your child and the students who may be who may going to school or university. You will observe the latest thing. Students who wanted the mobile phone to connect with the online classes, and the parents are not able to provide the mobile phone, so he committed suicide. Can you imagine the situation? For a mobile phone, they are committing suicide. What the state of mind? You must think. So I already I have discussed so many problems. Are parents audit? Yeah, definitely parents are audit, because series of incidents are evidence of your child distress behavior, such as what kind of behavior? Conspiracy against teachers, parents, and classmates, blackmailing to fulfill illogical demands, addiction to adult films, addiction to substance use, more addiction to social media, involvement in social and antisocial activities, disrespect to the elders, intentionally ignoring the advice given by parents and teacher, more addiction to street food. These are the problems. And 90% families and 90% parents, they are too much worried about all such kind of thing. Each and every family, if you go and ask, they will tell you all kinds of problems. Yes, my baby is restless, and he's not taking our advice. Lot of things you will notice. So parents are too much worried. So friends, what can we do? Actually, we must think. It has been observed that within a year, the suicide case among the school-going children has more or less doubled the data recorded earlier. Most of the cases of suicide has revealed that the students were often pressurized and rebuked to study beyond their capacity by their parents. That lead to them to mental distress, and ultimately they committed suicide. Besides this, the rat race for doing best in studies is the most important cause of such incidents. Recently, Kolkata and various areas of West Bengal has become the place of youth suicide zone, according to the report of Home Ministry of India. So you have to ask, who is responsible for the scenario we already have, I have told. Okay, anyway, just I am going to give a few areas of pandemic and students' mental health. Just you will see that intrusive fearful thought and fear, anxiety or panic, poor concentration or difficulty remembering the most basic task of the indecision. All these are the problem you will notice. This is very important. We must think. Actually, what is the condition of our little mind of our children, our students? If you talk to them, no one ready to talk with them. Always they search for friend, and as a parents, You may be their friends. Teacher, you should be you should have parents of students, but no one ready to talk with the children. Because in the 21st century, the thinking pattern, the way of giving education have changed. Now teacher is not a teacher at all. He is not a guru at all. Definitely he is a respected person. In the same way, simultaneously, he is a helper. He will assist the students as per their needs. This is the paradigm shift in the teaching and learning. But if you think I am a teacher, why I will talk to my students, why I will give them space, why they will come and straight away, why they will talk with me, all these are the negative thinking. And in the same way, if a parents think in such a way, this is not good. So what is the scenario? Nobody listened to me. I am alone. I am insecure. No one care for me. Nobody trust me. And so we are scared. We are very much scared. We are very much helpless. What can we do? We do not have friends. And in this lockdown period, all such things have been increased among the minds of the children and the students, because they are within the four worlds and only the digital world. They cannot attach themselves with the outer world. They need of their to talk with their friends. They need to go out in the park. Lot of needs, lot of dream. All dream and needs have been shattered due to a pandemic. So you should think about the mind of our child. So what can you do? What is the best thing can you do for our child? Every parents always try to do the best thing for their child. This is fact. This is true. So creating a necessary ambience is a large parenthood. At first, you have to think that my children, my baby is imitating me. They are copying me. They are copying our way of talking. They are copying our way of sitting. They are copying our wearing of clothes. Everything they copy. So parents, you should think. You should make an environment that will help your child to become a good person in the society. If you see if you see the turmoil in the family, what will learn your child from you? If you quarrel with your wife, if wife quarrel with the husband, if always there is a turmoil, there is a conflict, what they will listen, what they will see? They can understand everything. Don't think that the children, they cannot understand our environment. Everything they can understand, but they cannot, they never react, because they know what will happen with us if they react. They never tell the fact, because of fear, because of afraid. Because most of the parents, they try to uh, be stress free to rebuke their children. This is the fact. So make a ambience, make a environment so that your child will learn lot of things, and that should be trust, care, affection, discipline, empathy, love, everything. I know this is very hard to maintain, but you must think your children is growing and they are following you, they are copying you, they are imitating you. If you do not change yourself, they will imitate all bad things, and you will see their feedback when they will able to do something. So be ready for the bad consequences, for the dire consequences. Otherwise, change your environment, change yourself. Try to provide a wonderful and beautiful environment, not for you, but for your future. What do you see in this picture? Partida ma'am. Hello.
Good.
Yes.
They can write their chat box what they are seeing in this picture. Okay.
Okay. Please
They are
write
all
in the chat box. Participants
all they are muted.
write in the chat box.
Madam, all they are muted. They can't interact with me.
No, they are muted because there has been a lot of noise and you cannot speak. If they actually turn on their mic, there will be a lot of noise. It will be disturbing you. That is
Madam,
why.
madam, you will knock me how much time actually I have. So I will be very much careful about my presentation. Okay.
Within 5 minutes, you can.
Oh, only 5 minutes. So if you see on the picture that you will see good or evil, and don't accuse yourself that why I am seeing the evil and what I am seeing the good. This is not the fact. Actually, I have given it for an example. Actually, your insight is very important. What are you observing? It should be meaningful. And if you have a bad intention, then you will see the bad thing. And if you have a good intention, then definitely you will see the good in everywhere. Once the Bhagavan Lord Sri Krishna asks Duryodhan, can you please go to the world and search a person who have good qualities, such qualities. And after a few days, the Yudhishthira Maharaj came back to the Krishna and said, there is no bad person in the world. And in the same way, Bhagavan Sri Krishna asked Duryodhan, can you search a person that the person will have such qualities? And after a few days, he came back and replied that in the world there is no good person. Actually, this is the thing actually. So there are a few tips for your children. Talk to them, what's going on, everything, how they are feeling, what they are thinking. Try to answer their questions, behave with them in an age appropriate manner. Encourage them to think about the things they can do to make them feel safer and less worried. Reassure them that this will pass. You are there for them and you will get through this together. You should talk with your child. Spend time doing a positive activity with your child to reduce their anxiety, stress, and depression. As much as possible, maintain regular routine as they feel safe and positive. Give some practical tips to your child about how they can look after themselves. For example, show them how to wash their hands properly and remind them when they should be doing it. Try to provide them support whenever possible. Try not to shield your child from the news of coronavirus. Give your child clear and strong message about why it is still important to abide by the rules. Remind them, and these instructions are for their safety as well as for you and the people around you. Try to convince them about the rules and regulation provided by our government. Reassure your child that social distancing and other guidelines are very important for them. Otherwise, these all are temporary and things will go back to normal. Just try to convince them. Talk to your child about how they can stay safe. Let them know when they should wash their hands and think about games or activities. Discuss about social distancing and show them what to meters distance look like this. And supporting your family's well-being during isolation. Get up and get dressed, go out for your work, take 10 minutes to yourself, reset the expectations of yourself and those around you. Keep in touch with friends and family. You can make a video call, you can make a call, and you can go for a gossip, what they are cooking, what kind of thing they are doing at their home. Lot of things you can do. Just I am telling you, I am talking about the engagement at your home. As much as possible, engage your child, engage yourself. You will be quite better. If you always think about the coronavirus, definitely you will be stressed. Focus on the positives. As you are spending all day at home, try to do something new which will gives you lots of positive thinking and energy, like cooking, play some music instrument, and try to make handcrafts, etc. And who is mentally healthy person? I have given few findings, and it is very important for us to know. According to Professor P.B. Lucan, mentally healthy person is one who is happy, lives peacefully with his neighbors, makes his children healthy, citizens and fulfilling such basic responsibilities is still empowered with sufficient strength to save the cause of society in any way. And what about the opinion of Jean Piaget? Piaget told that about the growth as a process of adaptation, adjustment through equilibrium, assimilation, and accommodation. Everybody well known with this fact. This is very good, very important for us to know how to adjust with the environment. And if you can adjust, you are a healthy person. Swami Vivekananda viewed that never say no, never say I can't. For you are a infinite, all power is within you, you can do anything. If you remember the quote of the Swamiji, then you will be more empowered, you will be more focused on your achievement. Daniel Goleman expressed the importance of emotional intelligence through his competence model is a key factor to be a successful leader in the field of business and others field. His intellectual powers are adequately developed. He is able to think independently and take proper decision at proper time. He always lives in a world of reality rather than the imagination and fantasy. Try to exist in the real world. Don't be imaginative. It is definitely important for us, but not always. Don't be imaginative. It is not good for your mental health. He does not indulge in antisocial activities. His goal of life, actually I am talking about the person who is mentally healthy. Summary. So friends, sociologist Emil Durkheim, I am in the summary, and within few minutes I will complete my presentation. Just I am giving the quote of Emil Durkheim. He opined that human aspiration level is unlimited. This is the source of all problems. If you cannot understand the aspiration level, aspiration should be on the basis of your ability. If your ability do not permit the high aspiration, you should not go for it. However, to fulfill this aspiration, human being has generated as well as destroyed the natural way of life. We have destroyed the natural way of life because we have greed, we have aspiration, high aspiration. Always we like to get, always we like to get, we are not ready to give. Try to make yourself such a person who will give, who will help, who will always besides the people who are needy, and you will get the pleasure, and that is spiritual pleasure, that is godly pleasure. And even a child cannot think about fulfilling his own dreams due to the high aspiration of the parents. Already I have given in my presentation. The well-known philosopher Rousseau believed that everything is good as it comes from the hands of the author of nature, but everything degenerates in the hands of man. In this context, he is very much relevant because to some extent, the modern education system is not effective enough to make a man all-round developed, desirable and competent to the society with the stable mind. You will see an advertisement about the Raymonds, and what is telling that? They are telling that Raymonds make a man complete. Raymonds make a complete man. Can you imagine? Can you believe Raymonds? And if you wear the clothes of Raymonds, you will be a complete man. This is always, this is not the fact. Fact is, you need to be the development of all kinds of development you should have if you would like to be a complete man as per our Indian philosophy. So therefore, teacher, parents and others stakeholders should be thoughtful about his crucial situation and take necessary initiatives as recommended in the earlier section of the discourse for the betterment of their children so that they can lead their life with the healthy body and mind to the fullest. Disciplined students who have learned how to manage themselves with responsibility and gain skills on how to help others. That might be the brave new world we need. And it will be filled with the confident young adults who learn how to cope with watching their parents learn into the coronavirus challenges. And I will end my presentation with the quote of Swamiji: arise, awake, stop, not till the goal is reached, because mental and sickness and mental problem is raising by leaps and bounds. This is the problems, and a lot of people are suffering from mental problems. This is not an easy task to be mentally healthy. So you have to follow a lot of things. You have to make a routine, and you have to make a way of your life or way of your thought. You have to be as a person who have own thinking, who have way of life, who have roadmap for the next for the next life, and so that to make happy, it is possible if you would like to be happy. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak something, few words in front of you. Parthida
Thank
madam.
you. Prathida madam, will you speak or me?
Yeah, you speak.
Okay. Okay.
Sharing can be stopped. Can we stop the screen sharing?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you sir for your nice presentation. Now I would like to invite the principal of Department of Education and Technology, Dr. Ali sir, to say something. Sir, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Purimal Sarkar, for your nice presentation.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Dr. Ali, actually I am suffering from high fever. Actually, I'm not speaking.
I listened about you from Shamasri madam and Parthida madam. Yes. Okay, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shamasri Shur and Dr. Parthida Vishwas, for organizing committee member, and thank you all the participants for participating in our workshop. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Actually, I'm suffering from high fever.
Okay, sir, you take rest. I am taking the mic. Okay, sir, you take rest. Thank you, Porimal sir, for your nice presentation. Now to sum up, I should say that he has presented so nicely the mental stress and stresses about the role of parents, the positive parenting, which is very important. Positive parenting, which is very important, and it can help the children to get rid of their mental stress and trauma and anxiety, and they cannot be depressed if the parents help them always. And not only the teachers, the role of parents is also important, because all the time they are at home this time, and they cannot see, they cannot interact with teachers in live mode. So they can only see their parents all the time. So this is the parents' duty now, especially in the time of pandemic. In the time of COVID-19 pandemic, the role of parents is much more important than teachers. Please participants, please mute yourself, because if you don't mute, I cannot say. In the time of pandemic, so it is the role of parents is more than the role of teachers, because they are more responsible for the behavior of the children, because children are not going to school and colleges. So Dr. Porimal Sarkar has identified the areas so nicely. What are the do's and don'ts on the part of parents? What can be done? And when severe problem arises, what can be done? Everything he has described nicely. Everything he has discussed very nicely. If you have any question, you can ask one or two questions only, because already it is 1:10. One or two question I can take from you. You can write in the chat box, or you can come on mic.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Actually, I am Dr. Birinchi Chaudhary from Assam. I have no question. Actually, I have some feedback. The Porimal sir has given an interesting lecture, and it is enriched our knowledge regarding the different issues related to the students. So thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to listen this type of lecture. Thank you, Sur madam. Thank you, Porimal sir.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Virinchi sir. Okay, now I want to share something with you, that today is a very auspicious day, because today is Guru Purnima.
Yeah,
So in this nice occasion,
yeah.
just I remember this is a very nice occasion, and we have selected a very good topic, and this in this nice occasion. So in this nice occasion, I would like to owe my respect and pranam to my Joyanto Mete sir, Professor Joyanto Mete sir, my guide and supervisor, University of Kalyani, Professor, Department of Education, and to all the teachers I have been taught in different levels of my life. That is in school, Alipur Multipurpose Government Girls School, Sakwat Memorial, University of Calcutta, uh, Jadavpur University, Netaji Subhash Open University, Binayak Mission Binayak Mission University, and Hyderabad English and Foreign Language University. I owe my respect and pranam to all the teachers I am benefited in time to time in my life. And last but not the least, even Dr. Porimal Bishas once is our teacher
Sarkar,
in the
Sarkar.
sorry, Porimal Sarkar. Once he was my teacher in the course capacity building and professional development in inclusive education, when we taught this subject at Netaji Subhash Open University. He taught us. So not pranam, because here almost we are friends and colleagues, but I show my respect to him also.
Thank you so much.
Madam, Sur madam, this is the
Yes,
birthday of Sur
yes,
madam, Sur madam, I am Birinchi Chaudhary.
yes,
The opportunity, yeah, this opportunity is great for us. I am from Assam, it is a remote area, and the network is very poor. You know, madam, I
yes.
have already sent you WhatsApp message, and this is the Purnima, Brihaspati Purnima, good Purnima. So this is my birthday too, madam. Today is the
Okay,
birthday.
happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Surely,
madam.
sure. Happy birthday. And lastly, I can never, whose name I can never miss, that she is Dr. Prakita Vishwas, head of the department and associate professor of School of Education, Department of Education, Adamas University, for being my the teacher of B.Ed. At Jagadish Chandra Bosu Shikhon Mahavidyalaya 2008-9. That is her first batch. I am the first batch of her teaching career. So and since 2008 we are associated with each other. I can never ever miss her name. And without being the organizing committee member and technical supporter, she is my everything, and she has supported me every pros and cons of my life. So pranam to her, Dr. Pratita Bishas ma'am also. And
I am much obliged. I am much happy. My blessings are always with you and with all the students out there of Poilan College of Education, as well as Adamas University of Jagdish Chandra Mahavidyalaya, and all the teachers also. I owe my pranam to everybody, including the University of Kalyani Department of Education teachers. I must take this opportunity to thank me. They have shaped me in every possible way, and I am really very fortunate to have got students, so brilliant and positive-minded students like you. I am really fortunate to God, and all my blessings are with you and with students like you. And Birinti sir, I am wishing you many happy returns of the day.
Thank you,
From
madam. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much.
thank,
okay,
thank
Namaste,
you.
over to you.
Yes, yes, thank you. And just to notice, important notice. Shortly, we are going to organize 7-day international workshop on research methodology in collaboration with Department of Education, Siddhinath Mahavidyalaya and Poilan College of Education. We will let you know the dates and the schedules. And don't miss the participants. Don't miss because it will be very qualitative one. And last notice is don't miss the tomorrow session because Dr. Rakhibrita Vishaj is very genuine and very good orator in this field. So don't miss the session. And lastly, that is the last session also. You'd never just don't miss her session. And the last occasion, last ceremony also, valedicting ceremony also. And last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants who have participated from all over India, especially from Assam. There are so many people who have joined from Assam. We are very grateful to them, and also from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh and Mumbai. I can see them, and others I cannot know. I don't know. That's why I cannot mention. Please forgive me if I miss. And obviously from West Bengal, many of them joined from West Bengal also. So I am thankful to everyone. And last day, you please enjoy your session and give obviously please don't miss to give feedback tomorrow because your certification is not possible without your feedback tomorrow. uh, for this with this I want to end my lecture. Pratitaman, can I end our lecture?
Yes, yes, sure. So bye from our side. And there was a very nice deliberation from Dr. Porimal Sarkar, who was also one of my teachers of my career in Netaji Subhash Open University. Thank you so much for such a lovely deliberation from your end. And Shamasri, I am ending the session. Thank you all the participants for listening to us and for bearing with us for this 6 days. And tomorrow we will await your presence. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.